I am streaming to YouTube if you'd like to maybe stop by. Throw me some support. Jamie. Jamie. What button? What button? No. Let's just take it off. Because, no. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. All right. Guess I'll try Dead Orbit for the faction rally. Because why not? Dude Orbat. Oh yeah, you gotta go talk to all the dumbasses. Dumas. The Dumases. Welcome to the Damas. Later, I might go hang out with Brian, honey, if that's okay.
Yeah.
You okay over there? You good? You good for now? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Wow, I got a lot of legendary shards in here. Are you watching? Why does it always ever show one watcher? So, so did the job officially end? What are you doing now? I mean, did you apply for another place? So did everybody else. That is, you see, and then this is the kind of thing where I'm like, all right, I get it. You're trying to be more RPG, but this is stupid. Like, why do I have to run back and forth across the entire thing to fucking check in with you people when it's like, I'm not even gonna, like, I want Dead Orbit. I don't want anybody else. So why do I have to go check in with all three? Just so I have to run across the tower and do it? Like, that, if that's what you wasted your time on with the RPG element of this game, then you wasted time. You shouldn't have to run around and talk to everyone at all. You should just go talk to the person you want to talk to, period. You shouldn't have to check in with everybody every single time they do this. Why? Well, I mean, you should just be able to go and pick we know where they are. Just go run up to them, pick the faction you want, and you shouldn't have to check in with all three you should just go to the one you want. That's it. Done. Done. Hmm. What's up, love? No, 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 no. Come back.
You could go over whatever to go over Brian's. Or is he working?
He's working until 5. Oh. Yeah, aren't you spangle hands there?
Mm-hmm.
Aw, you can't get on it. You fall through it. That's stupid.
Yay!
All right. Where are we on? Flashpoint Nessus, is that what it is this week?
Ooh, it's like a hunter, like, no, not like an army green. Come on, 1,000! Come on, 1,000! Show them fuckers! Show them fuckers!
Guess I'll go do all the flashpoints and find all the chests on Earth. Because that's... See, we could go do this together, Jamie. This would be fun. Just to go do this. What's that? Find all the stuff on Earth. Yeah. Why is my stream health so bad? Do you usually use the 64-bit version of OBS or the 32-bit? Okay. Mm.
Okay, how many times do I have to say the information that was on there is not information you need at all because it's not even information that it's not information that you'd need. I wish you would tell me the purpose of this. And also, thank you.
Mm. Dun, dun, dun.
Jessica should know. I
Dun,
don't know what
dun,
that means.
dun.
I do not have the capabilities. But what I do have is let's get information on there that is what are you trying to get? Like, I wish somebody would tell me, what is this for? Why are you doing this? Only because then it could help me wrap my head around it. Because I don't understand. Say, actually, we're not using the blog, but we are using this for this.
I have 1,695 followers on Twitter. What the fuck? What the when did that happen?
Alright, one thing at a time. Store. Yeah, I need to hold on a second.
Alright. Well, I tweeted that out.
What would you like for lunch? You want crispy chicken wraps?
Sure.
The huge?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get that too. Grilled, do you want crispy chicken or grilled chicken?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for coming by. Oh, there was people here for a second, and then they went away. For that half a second. Maybe I should turn the game volume on. You can't hear any game volume right now, right? Let's do sound, game volume. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna go kill this guy before he runs away. Where'd you go, boy? Boy. There you are. Eat it. What? What? How did I not get anything from the chest? Thank you. Jesus. Bungo. Stop with the mess ups, man. You got enough mess ups as it is. You don't need to be messing with my stuff as well. Yeah, you don't really need any more mess ups. War? Yeah, for real. Chip-a-kingy. Chip-a-thingy. CB, yo, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping in, brother. I really appreciate it. What are you doing today? You playing at all? You playing? I'm on the PC. If you want to get in some grind, some games. Some games and some grind and some games.
Honey, do you want crispy chicken or grilled chicken?
I'll do... Yo, what's up, Mad? Modestro. What's going on, brother? How you been? I know I've seen you before in here, so I don't want to be acting like I don't know who you are. I know who you are. Thank you so much, guys, for coming by. I'm really trying to do more streaming on YouTube, so, I mean, if you guys stream on YouTube, uploading a video at the moment, what's the video on? Is it a Destiny one, or are you just gaming video in general? If any of you guys are, whenever you're streaming, it's your first time here? How do I know your name then? Do you follow me on any of the social medias or anything? If it's your first time here, thank you for coming by. Welcome. Welcome, man. I'm on the PC right now. If anybody wants to come and, always willing, always free to come and join in and play. I will play with anybody who would like to play. And if you need any help with anything, like a Nightfall or something like that, always happy to help. Enjoy helping, actually. I actually really enjoy it when there's somebody to talk to. Isn't that right, Jamie? Isn't that right? Jamie is my friend who was here. I don't know if he is anymore. Let's get another... Bruh. Stop running, bruh. Stop running, bruh. Oh, whiff. Double whiff. Start the adventure.
Did you say crispy or grilled?
I said grilled.
Grilled? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll call in a minute. I'm just uploading
Grilled chicken. grilled chicken. Any of you guys like grilled chicken? What's the video on CB Gray? Is it a Destiny video? Because I'll make sure to, you know, share that shit around. I gotta go. But if any of you guys are ever streaming, please make sure, you know, make sure you let me know on YouTube, because I will, you know, any support I can give anybody, be happy to do it. And if I ever do make it big in this whole YouTube thing, haha, well, everybody's getting a job. Everybody. You get a job, and you get a job, and you get a job. Boy, these guys are annoying, the way they just, like, skulk around like that. Where do I have to go? Where... Where is the second node? Where do I gotta go? Oh, over here. Cool. I can get a treasure chest. Wait, did I loot that one? Oh, yes, I did. Let's go get... Is there another treasure chest in there? Huh, not sure. Not sure. Now, I think I already got this one, but if you're doing the treasure maps, Kay's treasure maps, there's one right here. Either right here or right here, I believe. Where does the rest of this go? Oh, it just cuts us around the corner. Huh. The more you know. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Welcome to stream viewers. Thank you for coming by this morning. For my buddies who are in the chat, if there are buddies in the chat. Oh, nice. Golden chest. Boom. Excuse me. Stop falling jamming device. Where's the jamming device? Where is it? Where do I gotta go? You tell me nothing, Bungie. Is it in here? Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. I just gotta blow them up. Is it just me, or I was a bit more of a fan of, like, when you'd find things that you had to stop, like, just blowing them up it was never an option. Like, you always had to, you know, like, the ghost had to do a thing with it, and you had to, where'd it go now? There was another one back there. Ghost had to do a thing with it, and then you had to defend it. You know, and enemies came in. That was a lot more fun, in my opinion, because it took time. Certain things, but, like, I don't know. I feel like this stuff, yeah, I mean, I feel like this stuff would just be better. Hold on, where the... I don't know. It'd just be more fun if you had to like take the time to actually defend. Man, you can farm this stuff so quick now. Do do do. Going across the river. Rrr. So January's camp. Oh yeah. Hey, you want a quick little fun thing in this camp? This is the only camp where you can actually find the No Land Beyond. Let's see if we can find it. It's here. The No Land Beyond is in this camp. Can't use it, but it's here. He kind of has one, yeah. Blow up all the tanks. See, I'd like to like do a video with you, Jamie. Like this is the kind of thing that I'd like to do with you that I think we'd have fun doing is like pushing all of these cans together and then like blowing them up and just seeing what happens. Like old school stuff that we used to do. Like when we used to do like launch like the what was it? We used to launch the Warhog. Why can I turn off this light? What's the point of turning on and off this light? Where is that No Land Beyond? I know it's here somewhere. I had seen it. It's somewhere in this camp. It's like sitting on a thing. Sitting on a thing with the guys and the places. Wouldn't that be fun? Like just go and like blow up stuff? I mean, it'd be fun video to make. What do you guys think? Where did it go? Anyway, alright, well, it's here somewhere. There you go. There's your node. I hate how they're always like, get out of there. Like, I feel like the impression of this, like, of every Destiny game should just be like in the first one, it was always kind of like, you know, get ready to blow some shit up. Because that's what we do, and we're, you know, what we do, we just blow stuff up. And this, it's always kind of like, be careful. It's like, no. Yeah, but we're past that by now. 10 seconds. Make it more or less difficult. How about a hardcore mode where, you know, the game is actually difficult? Period. Yeah. I agree. I used to like it when the Nightfall was like you just you could take as much time with it as you wanted. Right. Is this where it is? I mean, I don't know. I just I like public events honestly in D1 were actually kind of cool. Orcas, what's going on, man? To be recording or possibly just live streaming, maybe enough for going. So one stop. Yeah, man, for sure. If I am on at that time, I would love to do one. Thank you for coming by, man. Hope you can subscribe, follow, do the business, and happy to always do the same. Is it back here? Where is the no land? I know it's here somewhere. I have seen it before. It's in one of these little vestibules. I want to make that island mine. Also, I thought the world was going to be a lot bigger. You know? Like, I thought there was going to be... Like, this is how I thought this game should have gone. As far as, like, PvE/PvP content. Because I think that, like, Destiny was very unique in that it kind of made you do both. You know? Like, there was things that you needed to do in one that you... to affect the other. So... But it wasn't brought to full fruition. So this is how I thought it should have gone. Like, you should have had, like, you go into the EDZ, right? Okay. Now, the EDZ has different zones. It has, like, PvP zone and PvE zone. Sort of like World of Warcraft, maybe. Now, right, or like the Division. But every world has it. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have normal Crucible, but what it means is, like, you can go by yourself into a PvP zone, and essentially what it does is I feel like it should strip you, like when you enter there, it should strip you of a certain amount of things, but maybe not. Let's say it doesn't do that. Let's say you just bring whatever. There should be like a boss that spawns in there, and there should be like several mini bosses. Now, it doesn't mean you have to kill the bosses and obviously defeat everybody else. And if you defeat everybody else and kill the bosses, or kill a boss, but mostly if you defeat everybody else, if it's like a battle royale sort of. Like, think like a battle royale with a raid boss or several like sub raid bosses also implemented into it. And like there it is. Oh no, that's not. This isn't the. This is the Kalashnikov, right? The starting gun from Destiny 1. We found it. How do I turn it on? What? There's a turn. There's a light. Oh, there it is. We found it, guys. We found the gun. The Destiny 1 starting gun. Get it. Come find it. But so say like you go into the PvP zone and there's like several of these like little, like the guy I just fought, you know, there's several of those, and when you get them they give you small buffs, like they give you a damage buff or they give you a speed buff, kind of like Smite does in a way, but like how all like how all MOBAs do pretty much. And then that helps you defeat, you know, the other people in the PvP match or whatever in the area. And then when you do that, you get like crazy level reward. Like the only way, I think, honestly, I feel like the only ways to get exotics should be either through some sort of system like that or the raid. Like, I feel like exotics should have been exclusively saved for endgame content. That there's no other way of getting them other than doing the raid or some sort of endgame PvP content like trials or something like that. But I feel like this game should have been, they should have looked at what was becoming popular and realized that they had an opportunity to really kind of capitalize on things like, you know, a battle royale sort of, I don't know, just play type. That would have been what I wanted to see. What do you think of that, Jamie? Or anybody else? And maybe like every planet has one PvP zone, and maybe certain ones are like free for all. One's like a free for all one. One's like a 2-man. One's a 4-man. One's a 6-man. And well, this is what I would have done with factions. If you were gonna basically keep that system synonymous across the board, but then if you're doing a faction, sure, make it that. Like, you're competing either for your faction, or you're always going to be competing, and you're always going to be competing against other people's factions. But this is what I would have done for factions to make people play. Is I think factions, there should be some sort of like status bar in the tower, like flags or just some sort of metric that you can actually follow to see who is doing better. You know, like, yeah, well, I mean, that's fine, but would it, say Dead Orbit is always the ones on top, right? Say they're always the one on top because they, for some reason, have the weapon that everybody wants to grind for. So, you know, 60% of all the people playing joined Dead Orbit. Let's just say that. All right? Because it'll happen. It would happen. But if you have a metric to follow, meaning like, and so like say just basically like a leaderboard, like faction, you know, Faction Rally, Dead Orbit has so many points, and you can actually see it in game. Like, you don't have to go to a third party to see it. And say you could only join one faction per account. So regardless if you have 3 characters, you can only play one faction per all 3 characters. And the metric allows you to sort of follow the progress of your faction. You would get people who, regardless if they're going to lose or not, they would play their asses off just to troll the hell out of the people who are playing all the like basically, if Dead Orbit wins 3 times in a row, you're going to get a group of people that are just going to be like, screw Dead Orbit. We are going to troll every single Dead Orbit player, and we are going to go out there and we're going to grind our asses off so the future War Cult wins. And it should be like, you know, obviously the only faction that wins is the only one that gets rewards. Like, it should be cutthroat. Like, this game needs to be cutthroat. There should be it needs to be cutthroat, but it needs to be built like team building. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it needs to be ultimately rewarding, but it has to be really, really tough. And it has to be one of those things where, like, you want more people playing with you so that you can do better overall, but only for the reason of you want more people, you know? Like, the whole idea of, I don't know, the whole idea of exclusivity was just completely lost in this game. And exclusivity is honestly what drives every single MMO or RPG. Wouldn't you say? I mean, like, World of Warcraft didn't make it easy on anybody. Not originally, no. And I would still say it's still probably much harder than this game is currently. But, you know, the reason that people played it was because they wanted to be elite. They wanted to be the elite player. They wanted to be the guy with the raid gear. They wanted to be the guy with the fucking, you know, crazy weapon. And that was what they wanted. They didn't care, you know, it was because they wanted to just be awed by everybody. You know, they wanted to be the guy who's sitting in an Ironforge and, like, somebody comes up and inspects them because their stuff just looks so cool. That's who they wanted to be. And that never catered to any sort of casual player. Like World of Warcraft never catered to a casual player, in my opinion, ever. You know what I mean? Like if you want to be a casual player, you don't play an MMO. I'm sorry. You play an MMO because you want to be immersed. And even though this is an FPS, that's really only goes as far as how you actually operate within the game. Other than that, it's not an FPS. And the idea that they made it, that they thought that like making it more FPS in the Crucible end would, I don't know, bring about some sort of competitive side. This game is not a competitive game outside of the people who are playing it in the community. Like, and the competitiveness was never about who had the best shot so much as who had the best utilization of weapons and gear and who could play. You know what I mean? Like, if you could play, that was great. You know, you could always do well if you knew how to play. That was a whiff. Like, if you did have a good shot, you were going to be good. But in the PvP side of it, but like you were never going to advance unless you knew how to, you know, utilize the PvE elements as well. And after a while, you know, you could be as good as you want in the Crucible. Nobody's going to be really, you're not going to be getting much playtime outside of the Crucible, especially, and the fact that there was, what did I just happen there? Like the fact that there was light level enabled PvP types meant that if you didn't try to at least advance your light in some way, you were going to just be lacking in those ends. So it pushed you to need to do a certain level of PvE, which this game just does not. And there's no exclusivity. Other than like the DLCs. But that's just my thought. Like, you know, make it so that gear and weapons are very relevant in every aspect of the game. Because I'm also sorry, like I can go into the Crucible right now with the starting gun, and I just to prove to everybody that I have it, I have the Pharah. This gun is amazing in the Crucible. It is the starting white auto rifle, and honestly, it competes with. I mean, you remember, Jamie? I was using that thing up until like, well, for a long time. Like I was using that up until I got this gun, the Origin Story, which is essentially the same thing as the Pharah, just with more range, stability, just better perks, but essentially the same rate of fire and the same impact, which is all that you really need to look for. Like all these other stats, you know, like it's if it doesn't have like no handling and no stability altogether, they really don't matter in this game. Like this gun is pretty sick. And if all you wanted to play was the Crucible in this game, you get the weapon that you really like, a weapon that you need that you can do well with right at the start. You don't need to do anything else. I mean, what else do you really need to do? You don't need to go and farm for another gun. You don't need to try to. I mean, I literally outplayed like tons of people with that gun. Let's go with the Midas and the Midas just to get the speed boosts. Speed boost time. So it needs to it needs to change. I honestly think like instituting a battle royale system would be awesome in this game. Like a huge just, I don't know, open world map area. No, I would say the EDZ would be good. Like yeah, the EDZ, like one area on a map. Like what's the hold on, let's look at the EDZ. Like what's the biggest area on this map? Like outskirts or Firebase Delta would probably be good. And where am I? Because I need to go and look for. All right, I'm going to go down there. We're going to get this treasure map taken care of. Going to go get that treasure map taken care of, y'all. But yeah, just pick like one, like the biggest area on each planet. Jeez, I can't see at all. Am I going the right way? Let's just warp out of here. Can't see. Yeah, just pick like the biggest part on each map and make it a PvP enabled zone. And as soon as you enter it, you're queued, just like you're entering an instance. And that's it. Oh, nice pub. Let's go take care of this real quick. You gotta take out these vents. Take out the vents, man. Get the vents. Whenever the vents come. And it would just be fun. It would be really, really fun. And, you know, I mean, maybe like each little sub mini boss that you find like gives you like a small reward, and maybe like that's RNG, you know? And maybe the big boss that you find at the end, you know, and that would be kind of cool too. It's like, what if you only get to fight like a raid boss at the end once you've defeated everybody else? You know, and then you get like a difficult, but you know, like it should be like a raid boss that people can die to. You know what I mean? And maybe like, I don't know, if a time limit, maybe like the final raid boss like that you get if you once you defeated everybody else is like timed in some degree, like you have to beat them in, you know, so many minutes, or you don't get a reward. But and then, you know, that you increase how difficult that is based off of if you're playing like a single or a double or, you know, 3-man or 4-man or 6-man, and that's it. But I really like the idea of like a boss that gives you buffs. You know? Like honestly, that's one of the things that I think MOBAs do incredibly well, and it's why they're so popular, is because you know, you're kind of trying to farm. You're wow. You're fighting enemies at the same time. Not the public events. You have to take out the ships. Oh, I have to take out the ships on this one? Is that the trigger for the public events on this one? Well, I guess we're not going to do that. No. Somebody killed it? Oh. Huh. I honestly forget the... I thought that you had to shoot something on the drill. Maybe that's a different one. That's a Cabal one too, though, isn't it? Yeah, to make it heroic. Oh. Come on, big boy. Time to die. Heroic event completed. Oh, cool. We did it! What do you guys in the chat think of that idea? Like a battle royale area where you get buffs for beating like a boss. I think that would be cool. I think it just would be so much fun. There's usually like another little mini boss around here somewhere, but I know that this sign means that there is a cave. Where is the cave? Remember what you learned in the cave. There it is. Your weapons. You will not need them. The cave. Remember your failure at the cave. But I've learned so much since then. Master Yoda, I promise I'll return. You have my word. I wish raids would give the same rewards as they did for Destiny 1 back then. It was worth the grind. Yeah, but what made it worth the grind? See, that's the thing that I wonder about. You know, like I'm like, what was it? You know, what was it? It was like it was exclusivity. It was like you couldn't. You know, the raid weapons were good, but like I don't think there was a way to get the Vex Mytho class without doing that raid, right? Like if you wanted that exotic, you needed to just do the raid and hope. And honestly, like those kind of weapons and those kind of rewards, like only like, you know, raid exclusive exotics. I mean, they're doing it. They're bringing back like I think they're doing strike exclusive loot, but that was added later. And honestly, I don't think that was as big of an effect. That wasn't what drove people to really want to continue to grind for hours, as much as like the raid exclusive exotics. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. We don't need raid exclusive armor. We need raid exclusive gear. That is, I mean, there is there raid exclusive gear. I mean, I always found that the raid exclusive gear that was legendary was, I mean, like the other thing is like not all armor, like to upgrade certain armor to your top, like so that you could get like max level, you needed to do the raid. That was the other thing. Was like you were only gonna get, remember the, what was it, the what were those infusion pieces called that you needed to like infuse into your gear if you wanted to get it to like 300 light? And it was like, what? And like you could only, right, and you could only get them from like that, or you could get like 2 specific ones from Iron Banner, and then if you waited, they would like, so basically it was like one of those things where, why did that blow up and kill me there? That doesn't make any sense. The architects are a bunch of idiots. Like it was like, say you wanted to upgrade all your armor to 300 light and you wanted to be 300 light. So you needed to either complete the raid, which gave you those like shimmering, I forget what the hell they were called, but it was basically they would give you an item that you could infuse into your armor or weapons to increase it to 300 light. But unless you got one of those, you weren't going to be able to do it. And like the only place that you could find them were the chests in the raid, or Iron Banner would bring 2 for like 2 specific pieces of armor every time it would come around. So basically like you would either get gauntlet infusion, so you could infuse your gauntlets up to 300 light, and a boot, or you would get chest and helmet. And so for me, like I honestly, I had done the raid a few times, but I hadn't gotten the things that I needed. And then, but I remember like waiting for the second Iron Banner to come out so I could buy those things, and then grinding the hell out of Iron Banner so I could get the things that I wanted so that I could upgrade to 300 light. And I remember it being like so gratifying doing it, and like actually having to wait for something in the game to come around. It built up so much anticipation, and it was just like, I don't know, it felt more satisfying. And we're gonna do the glitch here, guys. This is the one time only glitch. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Wow, game. You are terrible with the jumps. Like, stop pushing me back every single time I jump. It's so stupid. You can get them twice. But you can't get it 3 times, because if you do it 3 times, you'll see. You don't get Bubkiss. Don't get... They did, yeah. Not yet. I was hoping you could come and help me find it. Yeah. Well, that's the kind of stuff that I would love to do with you, James. Some shards, I forgot the name. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was it. Glimmering Shards or something along those lines. But it made, like, those are the things that made the game super grindy. You know what I mean? And they were fun because it was a challenge. Just gonna. How did that not just, like, smoke this dude? And, like, it was the kind of thing where you could be, like, you know, you could play the raids, or you could be, like, the PvP guy and just be like, no, I'm not doing the raids. Screw the raids. I'm going to just do Iron Banner. And Iron Banner was more difficult because it was light level enabled. So you weren't going to do as well unless you hit the level cap. And that needs to be a thing. How is that not a thing? I mean, how is it that you don't, like, honestly, like, the light system in vanilla Destiny was way more thought out than this one. And it had so many flaws, but it made the game challenging and rewarding. Like, I don't know, it's just not, like, I don't know what the people were. This is what I think happened in the development of this game. The people who had developed the first game were like, this is what we want to do. And then a bunch of corporate guys were like, well, you know, you didn't make the game accessible enough. And then the developers were like, what are you talking about? We had like 3 million consistent players every month for 4 years. What do you mean? And then the guys were like, well, we'd really like to pump up those numbers. We need to get 5 million players every month. And then the people were like, yeah, that doesn't really seem. We'll probably get that a little bit more because we're switching to PC as well. So there's going to be those people. But that also would make this the most played game, like, in the world, other than, like, computer game MMOs. And they were like, yeah, that's what we want. We want to be the most. We can't just be the best console shooter MMO out there. We can't just have what we have. We need to have what everybody else has. So make it more accessible, will you? And then, like, the guys who were in the development were just like, no, we're gonna just do what we know works. And then they were like, oh, you're fired then. Okay, let's get this guy in here who's doesn't know dick about dick, but is willing to suck our dicks, and we'll have him design the game. And the guy was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna design the game. No, I can't. Doesn't work that way, love. This is how it is, or it isn't.
Or it isn't.
Or it isn't. That's it. You gotta listen. You gotta be. No. I don't keep my voice down. It's how it is, or it isn't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't. This is how I talk. It's the tone of my voice that I talk.
Showing off.
I'm not. What are you?
Fucking friends.
But anyway, so that was the problem that I have. And, like, you can't tell me that guy who is, like, the lead developer in the game now, that bearded dude, he knows what the hell he's talking about. That guy doesn't know dick. He just looks like the wormiest. Ugh. Just, like, wormy. And Deej. I've never seen somebody who can not play a game and is the community manager. What? He can't do anything. Like, I've never seen somebody so bad at playing the game. And I had heard that there was actually points. I mean, some content creators, some of the bigger ones, had said that when they would go to do, like, they stopped doing like back in Destiny 1, they used to have people come in and like play parts of the game, you know, as like the as community people. They would have them come in and test out like the new expansions and stuff like that, like when, you know, House of Wolves came out and Prison of Elders and all that stuff. They were like, "Oh yeah, we'll have the community, the content creators come in and play it and see how they like it." And apparently they stopped doing that because after the first time they did it, Gothalion, who was kind of an outspoken guy, was like he kind of blew up their spot because there wasn't going to be a raid in the expansion that he came. And the very first thing he starts screaming on the stream is, "No raid! No raid!" And they hated that. They honestly, they just didn't get the joke because they have no sense of humor. And then apparently when they asked other people to come in, they told them to not play as well as they possibly could in the PvE content because they noticed that they were having too easy a time, so they asked them to purposely like die more and make it look more difficult. Like, just imagine that. Like, imagine you go there and they're like, "Could you make this look more difficult, please? Because we really don't know how to play our game. Like, what's the controller? Yeah, I'm just a graphic designer. Yeah." It's like, who are these people that they hire to design a video game? Like, I mean, why isn't it that the biggest, like, content creator in the world, if on any given game, isn't right there with them the entire time? Why? And I know that there's certain people that would say, well, you know, some people like different kinds of content, you know, and I'm like, yeah, but a content creator for a game would know that. They're going to know what people are going to want. And I guarantee you, there is not any content creator that I can think of in this game currently that wouldn't have created a better game than this if given whatever the budget was, you know, and just given the command over what people were going to do. This week, man, yeah, I know. I know, it's stupid. Why did they do that? Like, why even take the time, you know what I mean, I just hate how much they feel like they need to scratch their own backs, just pat each other on the back, like, "Oh, we did something good." Like, I mean, I don't know. It's just, like, quickly becoming, like, Destiny is quickly becoming, like, known as, like, what corporate America, how corporate America can just corrupt you know, something good. Like, it should be an example of that. Should be a example of what happens when you listen to people who are only interested in money. And the fact of the matter is if they weren't interested in just money, they would have made so much more. I mean, Fortnite is free, and that is probably the most played game currently in the world right now, other than like PUBG or League of Legends. And it was free. Free, man. Free. Like, and that's just it. If you make the base game free, then it allows you to sell other things that, you know, are cosmetic. People become more interested in the cosmetic stuff. You know, you don't want to buy a game for a bunch of cosmetics. Who the hell wants to do that? Like, that was the thinking. They were like, what? But Overwatch in itself is still a fun game. Like, though it's a unique game to some degree. And it has more going for it just than, like, the I mean, it has a lot of things going for it. Let's just put it that way. Other than just like the look and the loot, you know. I mean, the playability of that game is it's a well designed. I mean, it's almost like an FPS MOBA. That's essentially what that game is. Where am I going here? I'm gonna go get that chest first. So, you know, that's the thing. Like, you know, people pay, like, people knew what they were buying when they bought the base game of Overwatch. You know, they knew what they were buying. They were buying a character-based FPS that is somewhat of a MOBA feel. And beyond that, there are skins that you can go and buy to make your character look more pretty. But that doesn't affect the base game, and that's not what all the base game is. You know? So, and the other thing is, like, why did they decide to make it so that, like, any burn does good on any shield? Like, why? Then what's the point of having different burns? Like, I don't... So that does more... Oh, who cares? You know, I mean, do we really need to make it that much easier? Total cash grab. Total cash grab. Oh, alright, where is this chest? I keep looking. I keep forgetting. It's to my left. What? What? Oh, it's to my right. Okay, you going to pick up food? All right. It's like an easy. Honestly, looking for the treasure chest is kind of the most fun thing to do in this game. Oh, back the other way. All right. Am I looking in the right direction here? What is this? What is this thing? I don't know if I ever investigated that before. All right. Welcome to the channel, viewers. Thank you for coming by. Abdul Glitch. Yes. The Glitch. Faction rallies are not giving Curse of Osiris gear. That is what's going on. That is what is going on. Give me the map. Where is the thing? Alright, it says it's over there. But when I tried to run over there... Oh, down low, maybe? Down here? Can I go over there? Is there a, like... Alright, hold on a second. So if I'm standing here... Let's just look at this. Let's just look at this. If I'm standing here, then it is over there. Right? Yes, it's over there. So why can't I go over there? Yeah, what the hell? The hell, game? Why can't I get to that side? Huh? Do I have to jump? Yeah, a bunch of base game weapons earlier and shit. Yeah, it's stupid. You know what else is stupid? The fact that I can't get up. Where do I gotta go? Like, it's not giving me any hints. Oh, there. There it is. That looks nothing like where it is on the map. I'm just going to point out. Yeah, are you kidding me? Look where it is on the map and look where I am. Is that just because I cannot access? What? Go to hell. That was stupid. That was dumb, dumb, dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Right? Right? Didn't that not look like the right place? Didn't look like the right place at all. All right, next one. Let's see. I'm supposed to be doing like, what am I supposed to be doing for this flashpoint? Destroy the fallen shank. All right, I gotta go back that way. Yeah, I wonder if I can still. You guys want to see how you can, right? See if I can still do the. Is Lexi there? Oh, fuck it. Ah, cool. Cool. Yeah. Has anybody in the chat gotten any of the new Osiris guns? Because I don't think I mean, I really don't think that they're available. Destroy a fallen shank and collect its core. Fallen shanks. Let's get this bad boy going. I'm sure there'll be some shanks around. There's one. One shank to rule them all. One shank to find them. How does the rest of that go? One something, and in the darkness bind them. I can't remember what that other little line is. One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. Something, and in the darkness bind them. What is that, guys? What does he say there? I don't think that's it. Like the crafting ones. What crafting ones? Peace off. Peace off, Matt. Take that. Just bind them. One ring to bring them all. I felt like that was more... I felt like that was a more better saying. If I'm being honest, I thought it was more better. Am I supposed to go down that way? Am I supposed to go over there? Oh, I guess I am. Going over there. Because they hate you. And because you touch yourself at night. That's why they're trying to jam you, Dev. When did that come out? Really? Oh, okay. Was it a... It was a MOBA? Oh, yeah. Crafting weapons was great. Sorry, Jimmy. What would you say? I loved crafting weapons. Huh. Huh. You said it was pretty good, though? What was it called? The Witcher? Oh. Have you played any of those, like... Have you played any of those The Witcher games and stuff like that? What was the other game that came out like around the same time that was kind of like The Witcher, but it wasn't The Witcher? Was that? No. It was like another kind of oh, what is it? You played it too. Dark Souls? Isn't that kind of like The Witcher? They seemed similar in like their mechanics. You know what I mean? But thank you. Did you ever play Dark Souls? I guess he had to go for a second. Anybody ever play Dark Souls in the chat? Anybody? Anybody? Playing Dark Souls? Do the things? Huh? Huh? Anybody? Anybody? Yes, I loved crafting guns. Had to get to school, keep up the great yeah, man. Listen, thank you for coming by, and have a good day at school. Get that work done and done well. And I appreciate it. I will keep up the content. Feel free to stop by anytime if you ever want to play a game. Let me know. Guardians of Middle Earth. Haha. When did it come? And it was a MOBA? Did that come out before League of Legends? Or like around the same time? Huh. Huh. What were you thinking you were going to stream today? Why that game? Is there any other game you like playing that's like more popular? Because that one, it seems like the game people don't even the creators don't even support it anymore. Oh, I was gonna say that was gonna hurt. Fuck off, man! Damn. We got him! We got him! Mordheim. Oh. What do I gotta do now? Find a way underground to search for the source of fallen enemies. Aha. Perhaps this way where it tells us exactly where to go. Maybe that's where we need to go for underground stuff. Oh, look. I was right. Who would have thought? November 2013. Is there any game like, I mean, is there any other game out right now that you have, you know, that you kind of want to play? What? Well, what about games that you own? I'm not talking about buying a new game. Just talking about games that you own that are you still enjoy. I mean, was there anything that... What games do you own? You what about oh, what is it? The free MOBA that's on Battle.net. What is that? Yeah, here's... Huh. What if you stream to YouTube? There's very few people streaming it to YouTube. I would actually suggest streaming to YouTube over streaming to Twitch. I find that I very much enjoy streaming on YouTube because my community's here. I mean, I guess you can stream to both. I mean, my community is on YouTube, and I just find it. I was so far away from that. It shouldn't have done any damage to me. Uh-huh. Well, all I can say is that if you're trying to stream more consistently, like maybe pick a game that is, you know, that more people are interested in. But you do have games that people. No, no, not. But I'm talking like, I mean, just like try streaming, like try some variations, like see if anything works. Like try streaming some Heroes of the Storm on YouTube, see if you get a little bit of a response from that, or you know, I don't know, or hell, try streaming just another popular game. What about Fortnite? That's a free game. It won't? Oh, really? I died because I'm a loser. That sucks. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what your machine will and will not run. So I don't know. Huh. As far as like running and streaming. That's weird. Anybody know what that how much RAM does it have? Um Halo Wars, let's see. Welcome to stream new viewers and concurrent viewers. Thank you for coming by today. How's everybody liking Faction Rally? Is everybody upset? Because you should be. I'm gonna find this. There's gotta be another chest around here somewhere. Brah, 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 brah. No, no, no. Die. What about I'm trying to think. Well, let me ask you this. Instead of streaming, what about just making like videos? Well, sometimes you could just do something. You don't even necessarily need to talk. You know, just like something interesting. I mean, that one Destiny video you did of you doing the solo Nightfall, you didn't talk at all in that. No, it wasn't. It was because it was people don't necessarily need you to talk unless you're telling them something. But if you're showing them something, they don't need it. I mean, there's some huge YouTube channels that I know where the people don't talk at all. They just show them stuff. Am I right? Am I right, viewers? Am I right? Am I right? Okay. Tell Lexi I say hi. Don't run away. Thank you. 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 Ooh, nice. Blighted. Engram. I have so much loot to open, guys. Should I do a loot opening today? Does anybody want to see? Anybody be interested in that? There's a lot. A lot of people. A lot of peep. A lot of things to open. Look at all this stuff. I mean, just look what I have. Oh wait, hold on. Where's my inventory? Inventory. Yeah, I got like all of this stuff. And then there's way more stuff back at the tower. And I could show you there. You know, I've been toying with the idea. I think there's actually a better way. Like, or Crucible match. I'll play. Oh yeah. There's actually a better way to. Do I have any boons on this guy? I don't. Use 3 of coins. There's a better way than the way we're currently using it. All right, where is the next map? Let's go find some treasures. Some treasures and some treasures with the treasures and the treasures. Let's go here. Oh, let's go over there. Find the treasure map. Finding treasure maps. All right. So we are here. We got to go over there. And I'm going to bet that there's like a little thing right there. There's also apparently... Oh, or maybe through here? I got to turn out the brightness. I don't know if you guys can see, but I certainly can't. Game video, adjust brightness. Let's put it on 6. Oh, cool. A gold chest I did not get. Always a good thing. Always fun. Always, you know, nice to find those. All right. Now, where are we off to? Oh, yeah, this big freaking shard. Little shard. Take a little shard. Java update. Well, you can go right off. Fuck right off. Java update. You can fuck right off, Judy. Hope I don't get pulled over by a cop. I got no license, no inspection, no insurance. Not a fucking thing. I need to watch more Trailer Park Boys again. Do any of you guys watch Trailer Park Boys? Because that show is too funny. I am finding a lot of these dust guys. Oh, nice on a chest. Boom. No insurance, not a thing. All right, where is that? It's up there. So we got to go into this outcropping. Like I figured. Like I had assumed. Oh, wait. Could I get up there? Come on, get on it. Yay! We can go up on the scooter bike. That's what I call this. Some people might call it a sparrow. Some people might even call it a speeder. I call it a scooter bike. It's because what I want. This is what I want to do it. It's just how I want to say it. Dark Forest. Here we go. Yeah, chest number 2. Letter fragment, journal fragment. You guys know if you can actually shoot these away? Actually shoot them. Screw up all the rocks. To hell with your formations. Alright, so that's one. Let's see, where is the another? Well, we'll go get all these bad guys, and then yeah, we'll keep on keeping on with those treasure chests. Again, thank you all for coming by today and hanging out for a bit. I really appreciate the channel support. And if it's your first time here, please tell me. I don't think it's, well, it's somebody said it was first time here, but I'm curious if it's if people who are watching are from subscribers that I have on my YouTube channel, or if you guys are coming here for the first time, finding out about the YouTube channel because I'm live streaming. Has anybody here actually watched one of my videos before? There is a plenty on the channel. If you'd like to go watch one, here's actually, here, you know what I'll do? Because I can. Because it's my YouTube channel. I will. This is actually the one that I posted yesterday. So, hold on. Here's the one I posted yesterday. You guys can get a sense of the kind of stuff that I do. If you haven't been here before. If you haven't. But I'm going to post this. And if anybody wants to go and give it a like or a watch, it's up to you. You can. You just can. You can if you want. Don't have to, but you can. There you go. Oh, check on that one. Glitch. Yes, glitch. What about it? What about the glitch? What about it? There are glitches aplenty. The glitch today is that Faction Rally is not giving us Trials of Curse of Osiris weapons. It is not. It is not. And you know what? That's a bunch of baloney. So if you didn't know, Bungie basically decided not to work and decided that though they will allow people who don't have DLC back into the Faction Rally, they are not going to allow the new weapons back into the Faction Rally. And that's a bit dumb. That is a bit poopy. Bit poopy pants. Bit poops and the pants and the poops. With the pups. No pups. Pups are too good for Bungie. Bungie does not deserve pups. I love a good puppy picture, though. Welcome to the stream, everybody. 11 viewers. Wow, we're past 10. No way. Thank you for coming by. Farming out these treasure chests and faction tokens right now. Trying to get as many guns as we can. Maybe seeing if by chance that glitch doesn't hold true, and maybe I can find one of these things. But yeah, so for some reason, rather than just make it that the people with DLC, which I'm sure is not, it's not a hard thing to track in the API, they just decided to nix them for everybody. What is that about? Like, why do that? Like, all you need to do, guys, is you just need to work. Like, somebody needs to tell Bungie that they are actually a game design company. Do you know what I mean? Like, they get paid to design video games. They don't get paid to, you know, put out product that makes money. Like, that's not what they, not what they do. Eat it. So, you know, if you're going to allow more people back in, I know that you did it because people were complaining, but it's because we were complaining because you did something that you shouldn't have done. But if you're going to allow people back in, just, like, tell them what's what. Why is that's the other thing, is why the secrecy? It just makes us so untrusting. Like, why not? Ooh, nice, a legendary. Why not just tell us that that's what it's going to be like? So, okay, we're going to let more people back in, but we're not going to be able to give you all the guns because, X, Y, and Z, we just don't want to work that hard. Even though I don't think it would be that difficult, because the people who don't have the DLC who are already still playing aren't getting those guns as it is. So, why is it so much different just with the faction rally? What's the change there? I can't really blame anything other than laziness on the part of Bungie. I really don't. It's the only thing, and maybe just, I think they thought this game was going to just make more money than God without them even having to try. I honestly think that was what they thought, and it just. People are smart, you know what I mean? I don't think game developers give the players enough credit. There's not one content creator in this game who can't play the game better than any developer who's developed it. The developers themselves, not very good at actually playing the game. Have you seen Deej play? The guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's not picking up a controller every day and playing. He's not. He might want to tell you that he is, but he's not. And personally, I don't think many of the creators or the developers really do. There's just certain things that they would see as issues before they're actually issues in the game if they knew how to play properly. Or just if they knew, if they were just good at the game. I would love to see. Did I get this one already? A developer who just is actually good at it. Star Bungie. I'm only imagining that was not was not the most pleased comment about Bungie. Is there a gold chest in here somewhere? I feel like there was, but maybe I'm missing it. Oh, this big guy just dropped out of the sky. I'm going to hurt you, and I'm going to get something from you, man. You better not run away, because I'm trying to hurt you. Take that. You see, I just hurt you bad. Yeah. Got you bad. Give me the loot. Give it to me. So, where is there gold? I feel like I'm seeing it on the map, but over here somewhere? Where is this gold chest? Oh. Hey. Ha-ha! We found it! Yay! Everyone's like, dude, this game's been out for 3-4 months. Why are you just finding this now? I just got it for PC actually only 3 weeks ago, and I haven't really done that much with it yet, other than just play Crucible. Which is another thing. After I played the base game, got through the story mode, I just played Crucible up until the level cap. And that was it. I didn't actually have to get out. I have to go out there and play the rest of the game. And you should. You should have to do that. Well, before we do that, let's go find. There's a treasure map over here. I know it. It's a treasure map, and it's right there. Okay, so let's go find that. So then you guys could just go out and find it yourselves. I'm sure it's up there. This game also does a weird thing once in a while where it pushes me back in a very odd... You see, that. When I jumped forward, I got pushed back really, really far. And I'm like, oh, why? Why, man? Why? If any of you have noticed that, I find it to be like a little bit of a glitchy thing that the game does. Here we go. Boom, Cade's treasure. We gotta go back over that way.
What the fuck? Don't give a shit.
My wife don't give a shit, guys. She don't care.
Shut the fuck up.
Whatever it is, she don't care.
I can't even flip a picture in this stupid phone.
It's because you've done wrong by your phone and it knows it. It's not happy with you anymore, Liz. It's like, you done me wrong. Terrible grenade. What do I have to do here? I just have to kill all these guys? Oh, I have to kill these two dudes. Here. Just take that and go away. Take that and go away. Whoa. Hey, man. Hey, man. Not happy about it. All these dudes need to get out of my face. Booyah. D2 is done.
Oh
I'm out. Yeah, man. But maybe you could just, like, hang around and still talk to me for a while. I get it, though. I get it. D2, I don't know if it's done, but it needs people to really start, like it, I don't know. Like, I would have just gone out, like, after the initial, like, downturn of this game. I would have gone out. I would have hired, like, King Gathalion or Professor Broman or, I don't know, Datto or More Console. Probably not More Console because he's English. But, I mean, it's not why I wouldn't have hired him. It's probably why they wouldn't have hired him, just because he's English. And they're like, plain fare. We're not gonna pay that. We're not gonna pay for international flights. Okay, not unless we release another DLC with a bunch of content that nobody really wants and some cosmetics. Then maybe we can pay for your international flight, Mr. More Console. But I would have gone out. I would have gotten one of those guys, and I would have hired them full time. I would have said, "Sorry, you're quitting your job as a content creator, or we're firing Deej, and you are going to be now the new community manager." And I would have just said, "All right, what do we need to do? Like, what? Here's the budget. Here's how much money we have to change things. What do we need to do to get this game back to where it was at the end of, like, I'm trying to think, like, when the last sort of big rise in Destiny was, and it was in the first game. It was probably like, when Age of Rise of Iron came out. I mean, everybody went out and bought Rise of Iron. Rise of Iron was a great expansion. You know what I mean? Like, I think where the game was at the end of at Rise of Iron was a good place. And it's like, this is just so much worse than that. I'm like, how do you go from that to this? Yeah, how do you go backwards? Hey, Jamie, you're back now. I'm trying to see if I can... Well, it's like, I would have just taken Rise of Iron, but, like, I would have just taken, like, that and then just added more game types to it. You know what I mean? Like, I would have taken it and I would have done something like, a battle royale, and just basically utilized the game, utilized all the mechanics of the game that you can utilize that you weren't able to in Destiny 1. You know, but like just get one of these content developers out there and just say, all right, so this is what, you know, this is what we got to do. This is how we need to fix the game. And I honestly think like just if they went to Rise of Iron, where it was right there, and then just built off of that, they could do it very, very quickly. I mean, there's things that they could change just in the API now that would, without having to rework the whole battle mechanic system, that would do a lot to help the game. Like, I mean, for example, like, I talked about it in my other video, which you guys could go and watch. It just says changes to heavy to heavy ammo, or heavy weapons. But like in that, I just basically talk about how like when we were playing Mayhem, or when I was playing Mayhem, one of the things that I felt, it was like it kind of harkened back more to how Destiny 1 PvP felt. And one of the reasons why was because, not because, I mean, obviously it was a super fest, but even if you weren't using your super, you got a lot more chances with your heavy weapons. You know what I mean? Like and as someone who loved sniping in Destiny 1, like sniping is almost non-existent in this. And like, unless you just want to do it just kind of for the sake of, yeah, I wasn't going to say nostalgia. I was going to say kind of like, what do you call that? Like, it's kind of like a gimmick. You know what I mean? For the gimmick of sniping. But it's not like a, if you're trying to, it's not a way to be competitive in Crucible. But a lot of that comes from not so much how snipers operate as you just don't get enough shot. You get, a couple of shots with it. Only one person gets to pick up the heavy. So if you're so say you're someone who likes to snipe, right? You're going to get, you have to fight 3 other people to get the heavy. And then when you get it, you get 4 shots with it. And you're probably going to, and as soon as you die, you don't have it anymore. That's it. So I had 2 ideas. One, you basically just make it like how it was in Mayhem, where like, it just spawns more often. Or you make it so that everybody can pick it up. Or you make it, or both of those things. Or you make it so that like, it spawns more often, and then when you kill somebody who also has heavy weapons, you can pick up their heavy weapons. So that you get more chances. Because like sniping, believe it or not, was kind of like, that is where Destiny 1, like, that's where the skill gap was in Destiny 1. I'm not saying sniping was terribly, terribly difficult, but it was where the skill gap lied. You know what I mean? Like, a person who was amazing with a sniper was going to be a tough person to beat. Bottom line. And it was not that easy to be that consistent with the sniper. You know what I mean? Like, you had to change your play style. You had to play a range type, or you had to kind of be able to use a range weapon at close range, which is all very difficult. Oh, what happened? The stream health just declined a lot there. So let's refresh. Maybe everybody just refresh your stream right now. So, like, those are a couple of things that I think would at least quicken up the pace of PvP a little bit again. And could be a quick fix. The other thing would be just literally moving like shotguns and snipers back to the special weapons spot, which I think could also help. But that's not that big I mean, that's right in the API too, so they could probably change that as well pretty quickly. But they're not. Like, those are the things that need to be changing. Like, honestly, we just don't need like a faction rally back. We need like something else. We need something big. All right, where we gotta go get? We gotta get the rest of these. So we got where's the last treasure chest? We got one over here. Isn't there another one though? Isn't there another treasure chest somewhere? Am I still doing this? Go to enemy turret. Oh, I gotta. I'm not even. Wasn't even paying attention. Just got completely sucked into my own conversation. All right. This is where you give me the vehicle. Thank you, game. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the vehicle. We're going to go back over here. We're going to find this treasure chest. We're going to find it. We got to just go blow something up. Gotta go blow something up and find the treasure chest. Oh, hey. The Taken. And, you know, I mean, those are like some very quick fixes that would be, I don't know. I think they would help a lot. I also don't understand why did they get rid of machine guns? Like, why? I know that people use them in the Crucible, but yeah, they were great. Like, what were all the heavy weapons in Destiny 1? It was like you had machine guns, you had rocket launchers, you had, there was some fusion rifles? No. There was some fusion rifles, but I don't know if they were like synonymous as heavy. Like there was like the sleeper simulant, but I can't remember what other. Can you look that up really quick? Like what was the oh, you're streaming now? Well, could you Google that for me? I wouldn't ask you if I didn't think you were able. Does this go? Where does this go? Is there another cave up here? There is another cave up here. Look at that. Another gold chest. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, bub. Yeah, bub. Machine gun. Rocket launcher. What was the fusion rifle then? Like, what was Sleeper Simulant qualified as? Was that just like a one-time thing? Huh. Interesting. Interesting one-time thing. So, for people who are wondering what the glitch is, the glitch, guys, is that yesterday's hotfix seems to have taken out all the new guns that are currently available to people who have the DLC. So, if you're running Faction Rally this week, unless they change it, you will not be able to get the Curse of Osiris weapons through Faction Rally, the new ones. It's a big flub. It's a big flub. Mm-hmm. Oh, swords. Okay, I forgot about swords. Yeah, they were added later, but yeah, that's the only one, right? Right, because they would do that occasionally. Like, occasionally there would be a fusion rifle. Like, the Vex Mytho class was technically a fusion rifle, but it was, like, the only one you could equip in your primary spot. Like, all other fusion rifles were special weapons. Take the explosions! Take all the explosions to your face! big boys. Um, and the other thing I miss so much is I miss exotic quests. Do you remember the Thorn? Do you remember the Thorn quest? Wasn't that so much fun? It was a pain in the ass, but wasn't it fun? Yeah, it was very worth it. Like that's just it. You got to make the. And honestly, I don't think it was hard enough. Like I think there could have. I mean, I think it was hard. The elements were hard, but there could have been more elements. What's that? What? You needed to, yeah, you needed to like uh beat so many people using like I think it was Void. Did I kill the guy? Oh no, he's still alive. It was Void weapons. And then but it was something like if you for every one you killed it went up, but for every time you died it went down too. And you could only use Void, you had to use only Void weapons. So that was somewhat difficult. Like that part was. But I just found like that was that must have been like the very first quest, I feel like the very first exotic quest that they ever designed, because none of the others were nearly as difficult as that one. And none were as right, yeah. But also none were as like none were as well entwined with PvE and PvE content, PvP and PvE content. Like that was the only one that you had to do both, I think, to finally get it. And it was difficult to do the PvP side was. I didn't find it that difficult, but a lot of people did. Certainly, a lot of people did. Did I get that chest up there? You did. You were supposed to use void-based weapons. That worked too. Well, I remember what I did was but you can only do it on, like, if you were a warlock, sure. But if you weren't a warlock, you couldn't do that. Eventually, but everybody had a void class eventually, but not when the first. Jesus, what am I failing on this? Not when the quest first came out. Like that quest was at launch. Like you could do the Thorn quest at the launch of the game. Titans had one. They did have one at the launch. Yeah. Right. You're right. They had Void and Lightning at Fire later, and Hunters didn't have it. But I did that shit with my Hunter. I mean, and I think there was something like it wasn't punching. It was like you needed to actually shoot them. I think there was some sort of stipulation upon that. I don't remember. But I remember like you had to do, was it like a Nightfall or you had to beat I forget if you had to beat Fogoth in a Nightfall or if you just had to beat Fogoth, but like you had to beat him and wait like on a certain difficulty and then wait for that other like sub boss to show up and you couldn't beat him. Do you remember that part was confusing because I remember like waiting around for a long time and I'm like, when the hell is this boss showing up? And like just trying to avoid. Oh, hey, nice. Another gold chest. Uh-huh. X amount of motes of light, right. Right. The year one version was even more difficult. The year one version, they changed the last part, the Fogoth thing. I think it just became like you had to beat Fogoth. Right. Right. it gave you like an actual like mechanic that you had to do. Like it was like you beat Fogoth and he dropped something, and then you went and it gave you like a key. But like the original thing was not that. The original thing was literally you have to go into the Fogoth strike, and in Fogoth's room, you have to coax out. It's I forget if it said like. Can you look up Thorn Bounty year one? Because it was like you had to wait around and just wait for this one like sub boss to appear, and then like she would come wailing out. She was like a witch, and you had to kill her. And if you beat Fogoth, she did not show up. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right, yeah. I helped so many friends do that quest. Surprisingly. Yeah. Wait, so were you able to use did you have to just use weapons, or were you able to use like beatdowns? Ah, okay. So it did work for skills. Right. Right. Yeah, the third tomb ship. So basically you had to damage him and wait until the third tomb ship showed up. Like you had to damage him somewhat, right? Does it say that you had to damage him a bit, but you couldn't kill him? Oh no, people could come and help you. Yeah, people could come and help you, but like, I think I soloed it as well, but it was a lot. I mean, but the thing is, like, for what you got, the thing I loved when they didn't before they changed the Thorn, when Thorn was at its full like total glory. Yeah, it was like a 7-point dot or something like that. I think the top was 7. Um, and it was like still good when it was like 4. I think it was still good even when it was 3. Um, but then like I honestly feel like you probably could have added a couple more steps to that, like, and just like for what you got, for what you were going to be getting. Do you know what I mean? Like that, and that's the thing that's where I see like these developers not just not knowing their game is if they were able to play the game, they would have known Thorn is going to be incredibly good. So let's just make it really, really hard to get. And they obviously didn't know how to play the game well enough to see how well a good player could do with that gun. I don't even know where this thing is taking me now. It's still part of that stupid thing. Like a scourge. But yeah, like you just you keep the guns. Make like a god tier gun and just make it difficult. I mean, remember in World of Warcraft, what was that gun that like what was the main raid in that, like the original main raid after Onyxia? Right. Well, that was like a raid, but that was like the starting like end game raid. Yeah. Right. But then there was a next what was the one that gave you that giant like it was a chance to get like it was such a small chance to get it was on the final boss in the whole thing you get like that mace that flaming mace it was like the only molten core. Right. But and it, right. Right. It took there was like a million steps to it. To make the mace or to make what? Was the sword a what was what was the classifications of weapons in that? You had like what was oh no, was it there was greens, there was blues, gold, orange. Right. Orange, right. And that was like the only orange weapon in the game for a while. Now let me ask you something. If you knew how, because I know, if you knew how to play like PvP in World of Warcraft, right? You could be good at PvP without necessarily having the best gear. And I know that because I was damn good at PvP in that game and Chris was amazing. And neither one of us had the best gear ever. You know what I mean? Like I remember going in with like a good dungeon set and a legendary weapon, like the legendary mace from the PvP that you would get, and I would wreck people. You know, I mean, I was just because I was good at timing, I was good at playing the game, and I was good at strategy, and I was good at my controls. I was really fast. Now, if I had been playing with the best gear possible, I probably would have been that much better, right? But I was still beating people with the best gear possible. So that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like the crucible elements of this game should be so that if you're good, you'll always be competitive, even with people who have the best gear. But if you're not good, the gear will make you competitive. Make sense? Right. You just right. Well, there's those things too, because you're so in awe, you're kind of in awe that the person even fucking has it. You're like, holy. Oh, this stupid thing. Who cares? Uh huh. Right. But that's what they need in this game. They need and the Thorn was kind of it in Destiny 1. Thorn and like Thorn, Vex Mythoclast, and Galahorn. But they honestly, for how good they were, they should have made them more difficult to get. Should have made them a lot more difficult to get. But if you knew there was a weapon like that, like how much would you try to get it? Whoa, what is going on here? Get away from the rock. Yeah. Yeah. True. Right, but those are things. I mean, those are some things that are sort of more based on the game, obviously. But like, uh, yeah, and maybe some steps that you can do on your own, and some that you can't. Yeah, I mean, the raids in WoW are crazy. I mean, 40 people. You never had 40. You were never able to get that many. The only thing I remember being able to run like consistently often was Upper Blackrock Spire and Lower Blackrock Spire. Those are the only things. Where do I need to go now? Up there? God, enough with this already. Just end. This whole area. Just make them come right to the middle. These flashpoints. So annoying. Alright, boys. You want to get serious with me? We gonna do the chomp chomp. We gonna do the chomp chomp with you. So, is that like a straight up fighting game, kind of? Like a 2D fighter? They're gonna do another beta of it. Yeah. I don't know. Does anybody know when that beta comes out? I do have to say that this guy who's doing the voice right now, who's like the Nessus dude, I think. Is he the Nessus dude? Or maybe he's the IO dude. Yeah, he's the IO. He is funny. Like the way that they wrote the dialogue for that character is awful funny, and they should have him in there a lot more. All right, where do we need to go to get this last treasure map? All right, treasure maps. Let's do a. Guess we gotta go this way. No, this way. All right. But is there another one coming? That's what I had heard, that they're gonna reopen it. They're gonna do another open beta. Do another open beta. It's a 2D fighter. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Oh man, my foot is so cold. We're gonna go find a glimmer drill. Looks like the Fallen are bringing in a glimmer drill. Huh. Huh. So apparently it's like official that like that power up that Vegeta got on Dragon Ball Super is like his Ultra Instinct version. Yeah, like literally pure rage. Pure pride. But apparently, like, his version of it, though it's stronger than, like, Goku's, like, blue-red it's not as strong as his Ultra Instinct. But it ranks. It's up there. I love that I'm so glad that they gave him their own thing. Finally. You know? Who? Oh. Yeah, he's like Mystic. He's Mystic Gohan. Oh, look, a thing. Yeah, they all get their little power buffs occasionally. Even Krillin got one. Yeah, Yamcha is just... Well... He wears pants now, let's put it that way. You know when a character's done in Dragon Ball Z? When they start wearing pants. Instead of just like the gi, you know, of some kind. Start wearing pants, you're in trouble. Alright, I'm going to go find this last thing. Let's go find it. Let's go find it. I need to get actually into the... I always am confused about how to get into this ship. Oh, wait, there we go. There it is. Is this the opening? This is not the opening. Where is the opening of the ship? You guys are just going to be annoying over there, I can tell. Maybe it's where the bad guys are. We'll go over where the bad guys are. I'm sure that's where the opening is. Yep. Yep. What were you doing, huh? What did you think you were going to do? Pause. Thank you. Alright. Where is... Let's see. We got to go up and around the corners and through the alleyways and down the gullet of the beast. When are you going to start streaming, Jamie? When is your stream going to go live? No, I'm not. What are you eating? Oh. I thought you were going off gluten. Well, bread is a carb, man. Oh. Oh, okay. What do you mean she's like stopping it? Ah, I see. So that's how you get in here. All right, where's the friggin' treasure chest? It's over there. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it. Yeah, damn it. Damn it. Well, I was just going to say, because I was probably going to stop streaming in maybe like the next 20 minutes once I get this. And I could just say head on over to yours. I mean, I had, at one point there was like 11 people in here, but now there's like, we're down to like 3. But it was a good stream today. I really enjoyed streaming today. for everybody who came by and hung out for a while. Where's the treasure map? Where is the... well, I know where the treasure map is. Where's the treasure? Where is it? I know you get something good for getting the last one, too. So, but my neck is starting to hurt from sitting like this. Is this chair its lowest? Oh, I guess... is this chair as low as it can be? Oh, I guess it is. Huh. This chair's not that low. What? Alright. These guys are so annoying sometimes. These guys are just so annoying. Flying's not gonna help you, bro. Alright, treasure. Oh, it says it's back there. Where? Where? I should be right on top of it. Is it underneath? Oh, there it is. I ran right by it. All right, what did we get for the last? Cool, I got a legendary sword. Nice. With a... looks like it's got some... looks like it's got some stuff on it. Masterworks. A Masterworks sword. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool with the coolness. Cool, 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 and the cool with the coolness.
I don't know how many. I probably have shared this link like at least 5 times.
What happens? People keep screwing up?
No, it's just like the Amazon people. Like, I'm like, this was way back when we had gotten our product shots done.
What?
And
Amazon peeps are generally
like,
stupid.
Like, hey, here it is, and then
3
nothing.
Greaves.
Then I go on and I'm like, it's still not
Huh.
changed. Can you let them know? Nothing. And they're like, what sizes? It's like all of them.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I think I'm going to be... I think I might be done for today. My neck is starting to hurt. And... oh! Yo! Is there actually a glitch? Yes, there is a glitch, Alexander Flores. The glitch is that nobody who has the DLC is going to be getting the new guns. You cannot get the new guns from Faction Rally, even if you have the new DLC. It's not dropping. They are not dropping. They need to do another hot fix to change the API. So it is a glitch. It wasn't intended to be that way. They intended that everybody who had the DLC could get the new DLC guns from the Faction Rally, and the people who didn't. But that's not how it's working. Nobody is getting them. Nobody. Nada. Not a person. I have so much stuff to turn in, but I don't know if I really want to do it right now. I think I'm going to do that in another time. And I'll maybe make a video on that. Because right now I'm hungry and tired. Whew. So I'm going to end the stream right now. Jamie, are you streaming yet? Maybe. Merbs. Burbs? Burbs? Oh, hey everybody. Thanks for coming in. All right, well, maybe I'll just hang on here for a second. I'll go to the tower real fast. And I'm gonna eat a sandwich. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. What do you think of that, Alexander Flores? What do you think? Huh? Kind of sucks, right? The whole not getting the guns. Maybe, hopefully they'll change it. Thank you for this.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. Are you on my YouTube channel? Is your stream up? Because I was going to say just post it in my chat. What's the glitch? The glitch is six string slut. That's a interesting name. The glitch is that if you have the DLC, you will not be able to get the new guns through Faction Rally. It is glitched. They weren't able to institute into the API that people who had DLC would get the new ones, and the people who didn't wouldn't. So nobody's getting them because Bungie is I don't know. They're just not good at their job. It is fucking bullshit, right? So basically, Faction Rally has no point. If you've done a Faction Rally before, you're not going to be able to get any more guns or weapons than you did previously, even if you have the DLC. Hopefully they're fixing it, because it wasn't intended. But I mean, it wasn't intended. Tokens, and it's worthless. Yeah. Yep. I would say hold on to your tokens, though, because I think they might do another hotfix this week. It was the hotfix that screwed it up. It was fine until they did a hotfix. So it was fine until they tried to fix it. You'll get the same old... You'll get basically everything that was released before the DLC. You'll be able to get that stuff. But other than that... it's not going to happen. So yeah. Like... I honestly just don't know what they're doing over there. How do they try to fix something and then they break it? Huh. Well, I mean, I know that Bungie doesn't want to go offline for very long, but something like that might be necessary to get everything straight with this game. Another thing that would probably get things straight with this game is free DLC from this point moving on. Like if they announced, because at that point you could create the whole idea of creating a game that works is allowing your player base, like it's not so much games cannot be good at launch, you know what I mean? Like games can evolve. But if you're going to make somebody pay for what you're saying is the best product that you can put forward, and then it sucks and you're not good at fixing it, that's when they're angry. People would rather have a base game that is complete crap, that's free, that can be improved upon over time. They're much more willing to accept the improvements and the progression of the game if it's free. The fact that they keep making people pay for this stuff and it's not good, and then they break it on their own, and then they try to fix it and they break it again. It's like, just make things free. Like, honestly, this game, everything that comes out for this game from this point on should be free, in my opinion. Because then you know what? It gives them the leeway to be as shitty as they want to be. I mean, like the game every DLC could be crap. I do know that Glitch in the Winding Cove string slot, it no longer works. You can do it twice, and that's it. 2 times. They also throttled tokens so that you can only do one, like, I think it's something like you can only open a chest like every 20 minutes or something like that, like one of those chests. So you can open it twice, but then you're not going to be able to open another one for 20 minutes, even if it's a different one. Or you won't get tokens for 20 minutes. The whole token system is stupid. So, like, if you made everything free, you could release a game that is essentially not very good, but people would be understanding because they'd be like, okay, well, it was free. Give them time, they'll improve upon it. Well, yeah, look at this. I mean, this game was not free, and it does have some promise to be good, as did Destiny 1, but it never got there. And then everybody was like, Destiny 2 is going to be the game that fixes all the problems of Destiny 1, and instead, it literally was just a worse game. I mean, Destiny 1 is is heads and shoulders above this game. Or heads and shoulders. Even at launch it was. Even Destiny 1 vanilla, better than this game. Better than this game after first DLC, still. I do know. Are you streaming right now, Jimmy? Huh? James? Jamie? Well, I don't know if you are or you aren't, but I'm gonna paste your stream in my chat. Not that there's that many people watching now, but for anybody who is here, please go check out my buddy Jamie's stream. Give him a like. I'm going to end my stream now. So thank you so much for watching today, and we'll see you next time. They are releasing ranked PvP. They are.